introduction. Very few people hoop for reading, so I feel I enjoy the unusual context. I fell in love with a girl named, oh, this is 1989. No, 1990. And I am 19 years old. Not, but I fell in love with a girl named Betty with a superabundance of red curls. She was my idea of perfect. It wasn't so much art as a feeling that I'd arrived. At last, I was with an unimpeachably beautiful girl. I meant something in the world. But there was something about the keenness of my love for her that freaked her out. She dumped me the night before we went on a trip to Jamaica with her 2 roommates. Thanks for the great sex, she said, offering a handshake. The 4 of us went to the evil little tourist town of Negril, me and 3 beautiful girls. We were broke. What we didn't spend on marijuana and a windowless 1-room, 2-bed shack, we spent on a single shared plate of French fries each day. The 2 roommates slept in one bed, Betty and I in another. Lying there, blasted on the cheap weed, it was torture to feel her presence. I felt as if every tiny budge I made in the tiny bed was followed by a tiny budge from her shifting away from me, as if it disgusted her to brush against my hip bone. We spent the days drinking mushroom tea, tripping, wandering the beach. Hustler dudes came up to the 3 girls and me, sing-songing to me in gorgeous Jamaican accents, "You have 3, give me 1." I'd gotten a job driving an ice cream truck. It started on Monday, so I came back a Sunday earlier than the 3 girls. I decided to smuggle some of this terrible weed back in my sock. At JFK, we deplaned into a hallway. The cops told us to stand single file. A flight from Lithuania landed right behind us, and its passengers ambled down towards customs unmolested. In the furthest reaches of this endless corridor, a door opened, and a cop with a tiny dog came out. The panting terrier scuttled down the line, stretching the leash to its utmost. The dog passed me, stopped a few feet behind me. It barked. "Good boy," said the cop. The terrier bounded a few yards ahead of me and barked again. "Good boy," said the cop. They let us through. I was almost tearful with gratitude. I was chatting with a middle-aged lady about where I went to school when a fat guy in a black t-shirt, flanked by uniformed cops, walked up to me holding a badge. They took me into a side room. Good vacation tale for the tourist lady, I thought. The teenager she was chatting with turned out to be a drug smuggler. I envisioned myself getting raped in jail. They opened my rucksack and shook the contents out. My guitar case was bound with silver duct tape. They took a box cutter and cut through the tape, slicing the clasps off with it. The fat guy in the black t-shirt patted me down, grabbed my balls. As his hands moved down to my ankles, my sight went blurry. The bag of weed had gathered in the arch of my foot. "Take off your hat," he said. He shook it out, smelled it. "Take off your shoes," he said. Banged them against the table to shake whatever was in there loose. A long blank space of fear. Then, he didn't ask me to take off my socks. "The dog makes mistakes," he said. That's why I'm not in jail right now. Sort of the linchpin of my career. By the way, statute of limitations, over. What was awesome was the guy who told me was Steve Earle. And I was on stage. I was like, "I don't know, what's the statute of limitation?" He goes, 7 years. Thank you, Steve Earle. That's what I'm talking about.